This is the story nobody wants to tell, the one where Lil Durk, one of the biggest names in hip-hop, isn't the villain, but the victim, not of the system, not of the streets, but of pressure, of bullying, of being pushed into a move he didn't fully control, only for it to backfire in the worst way. Yes, a 30-year-old man got bullied into going to jail for life. After King Von got his feet put in the air in 2020, everything changed for Durk. He lost more than a friend, he lost the balance in his life. Without Von, Durk was nothing to the ops. The streets were watching. The fans were watching. People started asking, why hasn't Durk slid yet? The internet turned up the heat. Every comment, every repost, every meme was a shot fired at Durk's credibility. He wasn't just mourning Von, he was being pushed to do something. And then came the infamous lyric, "Don't respond to shit with Von." I'm like, "Get you trippin', go get your ***." That bar alone became a demand, a command. Suddenly, slide for Von wasn't just a phrase, it was a mission. And Lil Durk, he was being bullied into accepting that mission. So when Quando Rondo and his crew pulled up in LA in August 2022, something went down. Bullets flew. But the one who died wasn't Quando. It was his friend, Lul Pab, a name barely known before the headlines, now forever tied to Durk's downfall. And that's the twist. The shot missed. According to street rumors, Quando was the target. But something got lost in translation. Somebody either messed up or just didn't care. They wanted blood, and Lul Pab paid the price. But to the law, to the media, to the streets, that blood is on Durk's hands. It didn't take long before things got legal. Prosecutors built a case off Durk's lyrics, his known affiliations, and the public pressure that made everything worse. And when it came time for bond, the judge looked at everything, 4.5 million on the table, and still said no, denied. Just like that, Durk was behind bars, stuck with a murder tied to his name and no way out. But the real pain didn't start in court, it started in jail. Inside, Durk wasn't OTF, he wasn't a platinum-selling artist, he was just another inmate, and the whispers started quick. He got the wrong one. How you mess up a hit. You slid for Von, but missed. And to them, Durk looked weak, like a boss who couldn't control his crew, like someone who let pressure turn him into a puppet. He's getting bullied in jail, that's the word. Inmates clowning him, pressing him, telling him he took out the wrong person and made the block hotter for nothing. They say Quando's still walking around, while Durk rots in a cell for something he didn't even get right. And mentally, it's eating him alive. This isn't what he wanted. Durk was never about this type of action. He's a singer. In the hood, he was a survivor, a father, not a real belt boy like Von. But the world wouldn't let him grieve. The world told him he had to respond with violence, or else he wasn't a real friend. So he did. And now he's paying the price for a move that wasn't even executed correctly. Lil Durk's biggest enemy wasn't Quando Rondo. It wasn't the DA. It wasn't even the system. It was the fans. The weight of being a goofy was too much. The fans demanded revenge. The streets demanded blood. And the trolls that turned grief into a challenge. Now he sits in a jail cell, broken, not because he lost a war, but because he lost control. And worst of all, the real target is still breathing. Lil Durk didn't get arrested for being violent. He got arrested for being bullied into violence. Word on the inside is, Lil Durk isn't sleeping right no more. Ever since he got locked after that Lul Pab mess, things been weighing heavy on him. He ain't eating much, ain't talking much, just sitting in that cell quiet, staring at the wall like it's talking back. But one night, something different happened. It is rumored Lil Durk had a dream about King Von while in jail. Durk laying in his bunk, body tired but mind racing, thinking about Von, thinking about all the pressure that came after. The fans, the comments, the streets. Then, out of nowhere, he hears it. "Wake up, bro." He opens his eyes, and standing there in the dark cell is King Von. But it ain't the Von he knew. This one looked different, almost like a hologram. Durk couldn't move. It's like he was stuck in place, like his body knew this wasn't no regular dream. Von steps closer, mad as hell. "You were supposed to get revenge for me," Von says, eyes burning a hole through Durk's soul. Durk tries to talk. "Bro, I ain't mean for it to go down like that. It wasn't supposed to be him." But Von ain't listening. He grabs Durk by his dreads and yanks him out the bed like a rag doll. "You let the wrong one get smoked. Lul Pab, he wasn't even the target. Quando was right there, and y'all fumbled it." Before Durk could blink with them big-ass eyes, Von dragged him to the nasty jail toilet. Lights flickering, water already looking dirty. Then, boom, Von dunks Durk's head in the toilet like he trying to baptize him in failure. "You folded, Durk. You let Instagram comments write your mission. Now look where we at." Another dunk. Water splashing, Durk gasping, Von pull him back up. You think I'm resting in peace while the dude who really took me out still walking free? Durk trying to scream, but no words come out, just water and fear. Then just like that, he snaps out of it. Wakes up, soaking wet, heart pounding, cell quiet. But that dream, that vision, felt too real. Do you think Durk is losing his mind behind them walls? In a shocking political twist, former President Donald Trump sparked nationwide debate after granting a last-minute pardon to rapper NBA YoungBoy, while leaving fellow Chicago rapper Lil Durk behind bars. The decision sent fans into a frenzy, flooding social media with outrage, conspiracy theories, and heated debates. The drama began when Trump released a list of his final pardons. Among expected names, NBA YoungBoy stood out. The Louisiana rapper, known for his gritty lyrics and loyal fan base, had been facing serious federal gun charges. But after what sources called a high-level conversation with key influencers in the hip-hop industry, Trump made the call. According to insiders close to Trump's inner circle, YoungBoy's legal team had quietly built connections with individuals tied to Trump's 2020 campaign donors, some of whom were pushing to boost Trump's image in younger urban communities. Trump saw YoungBoy as a cultural symbol, said one anonymous advisor. He's controversial, but he's influential. Trump likes that. Meanwhile, Lil Durk, whose charges were tied to an attempted murder case in Georgia, remained in jail. Despite calls from fans and rumors that his team also tried reaching out to the Trump camp, nothing came through. Reports claimed Durk's legal issues were too recent, too messy, and didn't have the same strategic appeal. Fans were livid. On Twitter, hashtags like Free Durk and Why Not Durk trended for days. Some accused Trump of playing favorites based on media buzz and personal gain. Others speculated that Durk's legal ties and history with controversial street affiliations may have hurt his chances. I rock with YoungBoy, but Durk been putting on for years, one fan tweeted. This feels personal. As the dust settled, one thing was clear. Trump's pardon wasn't just a legal move. It was a cultural flashpoint, and for many in the hip-hop world, it was a decision that divided fans, raised questions, and left Lil Durk's supporters demanding answers. So the question still stands. Can Lil Durk really handle what's coming next? I mean, they denied a $4.5 million bond. That's not some small-time charge. The system clearly isn't playing with him. If they're willing to keep him locked up with that kind of money on the table, what does that say about the case they're building? We've seen rappers bounce back from tough situations before, but this might be different. Durk's facing time, serious time, and there's no guarantee he'll beat it. The streets are watching, his ops are watching, and even some of his own people might be switching up. But what do you think? Is this the end of Lil Durk's run? Or is he built to survive whatever they throw at him? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear what y'all think. And if you rock with this type of content, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. Because here at No Dummy Shorts, we break it down raw every time. All play, no pause.